Hello and welcome to another Lake Turn Automation RPA solution overview. In this video, we're going to provide an overview of a PDF merge automation we built for a large commercial printer that enabled them to transition from multiple pass printing to single pass printing, saving them significant inventory and labor cost and improving their order fulfillment time. Before we see the automation in action, let me provide an overview of the process before and after automation. I suspect most of you have received an envelope in the mail that contained both a printed address and a full color printed graphic. Our client services those type orders for customers, and in the past they were requiring two pass printing to achieve that result as follows. They would first print the customer logos on blank inventory, on blank envelope stock, and store them back in the warehouse. These were large runs of envelopes that engaged the graphic design team, the production team, and the warehouse team. Then when a customer order came in, the customer service team would do the mail merge, create the mail merge PDF, and then instruct the warehouse team to find the pre-printed logo envelopes to get them correctly loaded into the printer, and then print a second time, hence the two-pass printing, that would print the address information over the pre-printed logo envelopes. Once the print was completed, they would complete the order process and mail the envelopes, and then the leftover envelopes would have to be returned and properly stored back in the warehouse, where this process would start over again. As you can see, a lot of moving parts and printing and storage and inventory expense associated with this model. Working with the client, we were able to re-engineer this process to enable single pass envelope printing, and we did that with a special bot we constructed that actually merges two PDFs into a single overlaid PDF for printing. So the new process, as you can see, has a lot fewer moving parts. When the customer order comes into the customer services team, they'll get ready and set up the mail merge. They have pre-printed logo PDFs designed, so they simply save the logo PDF out into a special folder. No need to engage the graphics team. Then they'll actually execute the mail merge to a separate PDF, save that to a separate folder, and then last but not least, they'll run our bot that automates the merging of both of these PDFs into a single PDF, and then feeds the overlaid PDFs to the printer for printing. And most importantly, this printing process uses blank envelopes, so much easier to manage for the warehouse and a whole lot less inventory to have to keep track of from a customer perspective. And then once the envelopes are completed, obviously the customer service team then completes the order, processes the envelopes, and executes the mailing. So as you can see, a much more efficient, cost-effective, and streamlined process with the bot and single pass envelope printing. So now that you have a better feel for the new and improved printing process, let's watch the bot in action. So here we are at the customer service representative's desktop, and you'll see we have two icons over here on the right. The first is an icon to execute the bot, and the second is a shortcut to the setup folders for the automation. Now when you see an icon for a human to run a bot, that's called an attended automation. This is when the automation requires human intervention, a double click to run typically. Most of our automations that we construct are unattended automations, which means they either run on a recurring schedule or they are automatically started based on business activity. For example, an email lands in an inbox, a file lands in a folder, something else happens in an ERP system that automatically initiates a bot, etc. But for this instance, we want to make sure that everything is configured properly and then have the customer service representative manually initiate the bot. So as far as configuring goes, let's look at the file folders. There are 3 directories here on the server that we have configured. The first one is the envelope image, and this contains the graphic for the envelope itself, it's a single page PDF that was created by the graphics department. This will become the underlay for the merge process, where the addresses and the envelopes will get overlaid on this single PDF on out through multiple final product PDFs. The next directory we'll look at is the actual mail merge directory, and this is where the customer service representative places the actual envelopes that need to be processed. As you can see, there's no logo or graphics on these envelopes. It's raw address data, both to and return address information. And as you can see down here in the left, we have 10,000 envelopes in this file for the bot to process. It'll be a good test of performance. However, from our client's perspective, this is somewhat of a small order. So let's take a quick peek at the last directory here, and then we'll let the bot get started. The last directory is the merged print directory, and this is where the merged PDF will land that the bot creates in combining the single graphic PDF and underlaying that with all 10,000 address PDFs in the last document we just reviewed. So let's double click on the bot and get things started. So as you'll first see down here in the bottom right, the automation has been initiated. Then over here to the left, you're going to see a window come up that is asking the user to confirm, that says, hey, we've found 10,000 addresses that we're getting ready to process. Do you want to proceed to overlay these and send them to the printer? We'll take the default OK to proceed. And now the bot is off and running, and it's merging those two PDFs into a completely new document that'll be production ready for printing. And if I hit F5 here, we can see the bot is fast and furiously creating the new PDF and overlaying the graphic in all the envelopes. It typically takes about 45 seconds to process 10,000 envelopes, so we should be finished here in a moment. When the bot has completed the merge process, you'll see a window pop over here on the left notifying the customer service representative that all the envelopes have been completed and they are sent to the printer. So here we go. We see the pop-up window. 10,000 envelopes have been transferred to print queue, and we're good to go. So the last thing, let's take a peek at our output from the bot. And as you can see, as we open this, the graphic has been included and merged in an underlay format to every one of the envelopes, all 10,000 of these. Every one of them has been complete, and it's ready for production printing. So hopefully you've enjoyed this automation overview. Certainly, if you have any questions or want to talk about automation opportunities within your organization, please don't hesitate to reach out. Otherwise, may your days be bright and your process burdens light.